Melbourne have got their challenges. The coach, Simon Goodwin, concedes as much.
You know, that performance was nowhere near the team that we want to be and nowhere near the team that we want to become, so we've got a lot of work to do. Now, we're really clear on the type of team we are, and I've said it for a number of years about what we stand for as a footy club, and we were nowhere near that today.
And their midfield, if they are beaten in the midfield, which is their greatest strength, look out. And you'd say their defence is strong too, but they were mauled through the midfield.
Yep. 2024 Oliver's not 2022 or 3 Oliver.
No, he's not. Yep. I agree with that. And Gawn didn't have a great game. Harley Reid beat Petrarca in a lot of one-on-one contests. So, and then their backline looked awful, absolutely awful. I've never seen May look so much at sea. I've never seen Tom McDonald get ragdolled the way he was ragdolled. So their forward line's an issue, Kane. If they get beaten in the midfield, gee, they look bad.
And that goal there from Jimmy, when you get the ball on the deck inside forward 50 against Melbourne, there's a real issue. So they had 11 goals conceded against turnover yesterday, which is another concern for them. And this man is on an absolute tear. What about Waterman and the season that he's putting together? What are you seeing with him as a forward? He looks as determined, as hungry and as strong on the lead as any player in the comp this year.
I just think he reads the ball really well in the air, and I could imagine him bench pressing a heap. He just looks super strong.
And their backs have been off since that double injury in the May Lever game. And
Lever may be out for a month.
Yeah, and they have been... Opposition teams have been playing them differently on the way in, and Tom McDonald just been exposed the last couple of weeks. Simon Goodwin was asked about Harley Reid after the game. This is what he had to say.
He's incredibly talented. He's quick and he's powerful, and he gets the ball out into space. So he's someone that we didn't handle well today, and I'm sure a lot of clubs are looking at how they handle him best.
And Kane, there's flashes of brilliance here from Harley. I know he's not fit. I know he can't run a game out. I know he cramps.
Don't be a
I
smart
know he doesn't have the work rate of a superstar.
If you want to ask me
imagine if he had all those things that you don't think he hasn't got, Kane, what he could do.
So you're worse than the people on Twitter.
Like, have a look at this, Kane. He is pushing away at speed from Petrarca. He's pushing off Petrarca and Oliver. Your argument is falling flatter by the week.
No, he was enormous, which is what I've said all year. Now, don't just isolate the things did he? I mean, he had 2 touches in the last quarter. Now, that's been incredibly...
Oh, you still found criticism in his game?
Well, no, I'm saying... So is he, because he's that good, which is all the things I've said, and I have said this kid has single-handedly changed the fortunes of the West Coast club, the way that he's handled the pressure, the grab of the jumper, way back to gather round. I've said all of that. The only criticism I've had is, can he lift his training standards so he can start doing this consistently earlier than he will in 3 or 4 years? And that is, I think that is fair criticism to say we can coach this kid to be great sooner. But yesterday's performance was stunning, and I loved every bit.
I'm reluctant to bring back the T word, but can we just revisit Craig Hutchison at the end of the home and away season?
It's ageing pretty well, isn't it?
Last end of home and away on Footy Classified.
No one will remember that game one way or another, ever.
Yeah.
Whereas if Harley Reid picked 2 and the other players you could have put around it, set your entire footy club up. I think the spoils were way too great. They were that close to constructing their own future, and I feel like they had to finish the job.
So culturally, tanking slaughters you, and I will never... I understand why you changed. I understand why you changed, Matthew, but I want to look at the bigger picture for North. We always bring up Jason Horne-Francis, but they made 2 terrible coaching decisions in a row, and therefore that's one of the reasons they didn't get Jason Horne-Francis, or they didn't keep him. They weren't in a position at the time that John Blakey's son became available, even though he could have gone father-son, to get him. It was bad luck that the former president, Ben Buckley, didn't quite get to 100 games, but they didn't get Jack Buckley. They've had many other father-sons, but none of the calibre of either Blakey...
But they would have got him.
...or Buckley. But they could have got him. How many things can go wrong for the North Melbourne Football Club?
More will go wrong too at the end of the year if they keep going this way. Like, we're waiting on Luke Davies-Uniacke. So that would be a disaster. 27 disposals, 2 goals on the weekend. So until they've been bottom 2 for 3-4 years, Caro. So it's going to keep going.
I read their comments on free agents not working. They've just got to get good at it, really good at it. Like it's a skill, isn't it?
But you've got to be an attractive place to want to go and play as a free agent.
Well, they've got to find a more industrious and flair way to attract talent.
They thought Alistair Clarkson was going to be that attraction piece for them.
And
clearly
they can't get a gift horse in the mouth like Harley Reid and let it go. Dear oh dear.